Billy, I'm going to give you the respect that you deserve. You're a hell of a competitor.
October 12th was a night to remember for Right Coast Pro in an event benefiting the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. Awareness was raised. A #1 contender came to play. Young guns blazed. Respect was on display. Bad blood boiled. Legends reunited. Plots were foiled. Recognition was spoiled. Aces took flight. And an upgrade went viral. It all started with a stellar performance of our national anthem by American Musical and Dramatic Academy graduate Jamie Ecker.
Was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red light, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that her flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Let's hear for Jamie Ecker! She will be performing in Beaches at the Signature Theater. Come on out and see
The
her.
lesson of the night? Respect. In an 18-minute clinic, former WWE superstar Matt Striker gave Billy Bax a refresher in Wrestling 101. Bax tried every trick in his book. But Matt Striker had all the answers. While respect was earned, humility was not a lesson that Billy Bax could grasp, letting his temper get the best of him. Before the night's session was done, however, Matt Striker arranged for yet another lesson. Billy Bax's next instructor.
Hang on. It's one thing I love about you guys. It's when I'm down, you rally behind me. That victory is yours. You won that match. Billy, I've been in the ring with John Cena. I've been in the ring with Triple H. I've been in the ring with The Undertaker. I'm gonna give you the respect that you deserve. You're a hell of a competitor, and you almost had me, okay? But you wanna bring a chair into the ring? You wanna get hardcore here at Right Coast Pro? You guys like hardcore? You guys like extreme rules where anything goes? November 9th is the next night that we are here, correct? You'll all be here, won't you? Billy Bax, you want to get hardcore? You want to take things to the extreme? Well, I have a friend of mine from ECW that will be in this building on November 9th. And if you want to get hardcore, if you want to get extreme, and if you guys want it, how about Billy Bax in an Extreme Rules hardcore match against the ECW original, Mikey Whipwreck will be here November 9th.
Max Mercado, Red Coast Pro, and I'm backstage here with Billy Bax, fresh off a unfortunate defeat to Matt Stryker. Now, Bax, how are you feeling tonight, sir?
Why does it matter how I'm feeling? I'm pretty down. Matt Stryker shows up, I get hit with a chair, and now on November 9th, I gotta wrestle ECW original Mikey Whipwreck? I mean, what's this world coming to? I'm on the upside. It is a Falls Count Anywhere match, isn't it?
Yes, that's correct.
I can pin him in the ring. I can bring him to the locker room and pin him. In the parking lot. There's even an Applebee's down the road. I could pin him and get an iced tea afterwards, can't I? Oh, Billy Bax's days are looking up. On November 9th, Billy Bax gets hardcore.
Whoa, Billy, are you okay?
I stubbed my toe.
Ladies and gentlemen, Billy Bax, I'm Max Mercado with Right Coast Pro. The Adrenaline, Ryan Rush, and the Outlaw Stockade set their egos aside and work cohesively to divide and conquer the team of Right Coast Pro heavyweight champion King Mega and wrestling's Man of Steel, Chris Steeler. From the start, the Adrenaline's full attention was on that of rival Chris Steeler after the animosity from their previous two encounters. Stockade, on the other hand, lusted for gold and proved why he deserved to be next in line for a shot at King Mega's title. Feeling entitled, the Outlaw upped the ante for November 9th as the Right Coast Pro Heavyweight Championship will be decided in a dog collar and chain match.
November. This chain is going to attach us. There's nowhere for you to run. There's nowhere for you to hide. I'm going to burn your kingdom. I'm going to take your title. And then Night Shift Entertainment is going to take our place where we belong as the rulers of Right Coast Pro.
Nice. Max, RCP faithful, and especially you, Stockade. You will fall at the hands of the Right Coast Pro Heavyweight Champion, and you will fear every link of that chain, because as God is my witness, I'm going to exact revenge. And at the end of the night, my friend, I will reign supreme. To be the king, you gotta beat the king.
The devious duo of self-made Michael Blake and his guy looked to capitalize on the night's fundraising efforts by stealing the cash donations and ticket sales benefiting the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation.
We've seen some strange things tonight.
There's got to be something else in there. Guy, I got the money right here.
Mike's guy got his hand stuck in a mousetrap, twice?
Yeah, he doesn't learn, does he?
No.
By night's end, it was the champion of the cause, Colton Quest, who would put an end to the shenanigans.
Well, in this match, of course, very important to both competitors, but specifically self-made Michael Blake. We're still kind of looking for a #1 contender for the RCP Heavyweight Championship held by King Mega. A win last show over heavyweight Sean Royal. A victory here over young Colton Quest could put him in that conversation. And a little bit of an unfair start here for Colton Quest, but he turns it around on self-made Michael Blake.
This is another one of those homegrown RCP elite pros in Colton Quest.
Yeah, but the intangible here is this show is all about juvenile diabetes, which is near and dear to Colton Quest's heart.
Extra motivation to win for
It
him
might
here
be.
tonight.
So this an excellent match.
I don't know what to say there. It has backfired recently for self-made Michael Blake.
He spent half the night monkeying around backstage with Coasty.
He could use some of that focus.
We got a figure 4 leg lock.
An impressive submission maneuver from the rookie. And Michael Blake is tapping, but Mike's guy is on the outside.
Done.
There's your answer. It is a good thing to have Mike's guy at ringside with you.
Though Michael Blake had apparent victory in hand,
Michael Blake taking Colton
A little
Quest
bit
down.
of a cheap shot there. No.
defeat was merely a phone call away. Senior referee Larry Peace was not to be fooled twice and called for the match to be restarted.
Larry Peace is saying to restart the match.
Colton Quest wasted little time in giving the self-made duo a taste of bankruptcy and defeat.
And that's it. Colton Quest is victorious in a righteous turn of events.
And we were just talking about self-made Michael Blake winning the match, taking that next step. And now that's all reversed.
A car accident earlier in the day left Francis Kipling Stevens sidelined for his match against Mr. Upgrade, Mike Reed. First on the scene was the fighting paramedic Corey Blaze, who eagerly looked to take Kip's place in the ring against Mr. Upgrade.
If I could beat you, I get you next month. Stretcher match.
So if Mr. Upgrade wins this match, Kip, whether he's physically ready or not, is going to have to face Mike Reed in a stretcher match in November. It's Mike Reed and Corey Blaze. Referee Larry Peace Jr. Knee lift immediately to the midsection of Corey Blaze, who has been out of action for the last few months. We haven't seen him, I want to say, in 3 or 4 shows here on Right Coast Pro.
Corey Blaze took more than a year off with a shoulder injury.
A major injury that actually he had retired from.
He did. His career was over, but he's back and loves what he's doing.
Mr. Upgrade just tagging the face of Corey Blaze with that big boot. Stalling vertical suplex.
Back.
Just pinning that right arm of Corey Blaze, and those blows to the side of the head.
Brandon, we don't know if Corey Blaze came here ready to wrestle tonight. He wasn't originally on the card.
Again, and here's one of his trademark maneuvers, going into the ropes and looking to hit the side of the head with that knee. Blaze gets out of the way, going for a spinning DDT, but Mike Reed has him.
lot of power in Mike Reed here.
Oh, wow. From the fall-away slam position, just sits out, bombing Corey Blaze to the mat. That's it. The upgrade for Mike Reed. Going right to that neck brace. We have seen a number of atrocious acts tonight, and they continue at the hands of Mike Reed.
I haven't seen Mike Reed this aggressive ever here at RCP.
He has a fire lit underneath of him, and taking the neck brace off, and now he's falling victim at the hands of Mike Reed. The referees need to get in here. Someone needs to pull this apart on the apron and neck break. Might as well bring the EMTs
Because of that
out
outcome,
again.
that special stipulation,
Stevens has been rooked on this night.
He is screaming in pain right now.
a stretcher match.
They're calling me Right Coast Pro's man of many talents, and I can't argue that, but people are asking, what's the deal with Clark Kelly? Backstage announcer, referee, manager, what's going on? Well, you know, I don't need to explain myself to you, but if it shuts you up, I will. I'll give you something. I came down here with a plan, and it wasn't to be a backstage announcer or a referee. I came down here to get to the top of RCP, but I needed to use RCP to do it. I needed to learn the politics backstage, see who had a head for the game, so I asked to be a backstage announcer. Then I needed to see the wrestlers close up in the ring, so I asked to be a referee. They needed referees. I'm a team player. Put me in. I'll do it. I didn't care about being a referee. I just wanted a closer look. Well, I have enough data now, and I have identified Mr. Upgrade, Mike Reed, as a person that's going to the top along with Clark Kelly. Gave him my card. We had a meeting, and we've agreed to do this. Because let's look at it. Right Coast Pro begged him to come down. You've got name recognition, Mike. Come on down. We'll make it worth your while. Empty promises. Have they lived up to their end of the bargain? Absolutely not. I'm here to change that. Kip Stevens, you're just the next roadblock along the way. But Mr. Upgrade, he's got that under control.
Corey Blaze, the fighting paramedic, got carted off to the hospital tonight. November 9th, Kip Stevens, stretcher match. So this is my trophy right here. Come next month, your head's on the chopping block. Intensive care will be the best thing you'll ever visit.
Was it the new tights?
I like the tie-dye tights, by the way, Jeff. And Harry Baldwin, our insecure older male elite pro.
Was it the new hairpiece?
Remember, Harry Baldwin, one of the first graduates of our developmental program. This is probably, I think, only his third matchup here in Right Coast Pro.
Yeah, and at the last show, he came up a little bit short teaming with Billy Bax against the team of Colton Quest and Mozart Fontaine. I think he wants to make a little bit of a name for himself here in singles action.
Harry Baldwin was saying earlier backstage that he's been inspired by his new haircut. I don't exactly know what that means, but more power to him.
But there's a great example of that high flying that Courageous Crews bring.
Flying crossbody, and there goes the hair. There's a wild possum in the ring.
Although to his advantage, Harry Baldwin can see a lot better now.
Davy Crockett has lost his hat, and it is on the mat.
Whatever it was, Harry M. Baldwin somehow managed to emerge victorious over the high-flying Courageous Crews. Even more arrogant in victory than defeat, Harry M. Baldwin took exception to the disrespect from RCP fans during his victory speech.
I think they cut Harry Baldwin's microphone off, and the show is just going to go on, but Harry Baldwin doesn't seem to realize that they've cut his microphone off.
I don't think anyone else noticed either, Brandon.
Someone would have had to have been listening in the first place, so no one has
With
noticed.
a dead microphone and darkness, Baldwin took his frustration out on the legendary chick magnet Mozart Fontaine by ripping up the fans' tribute to his newborn twin daughters.
Harry Baldwin has the audacity to interrupt this occasion. What was a beautiful moment, RCP recognizing the birth of the two twins of Mozart Fontaine, and Harry Baldwin is attacking him.
Let's not forget here, Mozart Fontaine is the head RCP trainer Harry Baldwin is one of the graduates from that school.
This is despicable.
Max Mercado of Right Coast Pro, and I'm backstage here with Mozart Fontaine. Now, Mozart, after the attack on you earlier tonight, how are you feeling?
How do I feel, Max? I feel like I want to get Harry Baldwin in the ring right now. That's how I feel.
All right. Well, see, the thing is, though, you weren't able to compete tonight. How are you going to make it to November? I mean, we have a resident ENT on site. What's the prognosis for Mozart Fontaine?
Well, I feel he has a slight concussion. Obviously, he has bruised ribs. I don't know if they're broken or not. I told him he definitely could not go back out tonight, and he should get a physical at the beginning of the week and possibly an EMG or CAT scan or whatever on the brain, and also get he's having trouble taking deep breaths, so that indicates he might have a broken rib.
No, Mozart, this sounds really, really serious. I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, you say you want revenge on Harry M. Baldwin. How is this even gonna happen?
This is the first time I've been injured, Max. Come on, I've been in wrestling for 15 years. So Harry Baldwin, see, tonight was supposed to be about the fans celebrating something, making a connection with the fans, celebrating the birth of my little twin girls. So if you want to act like a baby, maybe you should be treated like a baby. How about you and I on November 9th? Next time RCP is in town, how about you and I do a diaper match? How about a loser
But it might be
wears a diaper
Baldwin
match?
who'll find himself
Loser,
in a
Harry
hair-raising
Baldwin. Which one of us is the
predicament
loser?
as he takes
Can you
on
answer that
Mozart
question? 'Cause I know the
Fontaine
answer
in
to
a
that.
loser wears a diaper Ladies and match gentlemen, on impassioned November words 9th. from Mozart. Max Mercado of Right Coast Pro, and I'm standing here with the definition of a ring technician, Harry M. Baldwin. Now, Harry, you're slated to face Mozart Fontaine. He's issued a challenge. Loser wears a diaper match. What are your thoughts on this?
Loser wears a diaper. Are you kidding me? That's what happens when old people tend to get, some kind of weird thought in their head. Loser wears a diaper. You know what, Mozart Fontaine? I got you. You want to do a loser wears a diaper? I'm going to put you in your Depends. I'm going to roll you out the ring, put you in your wheelchair, and part you off like you should be.
Here comes Joey Silver. This is going to be his first matchup.
Again, Joey Silver making his debut here.
I'm excited to see what this kid has to offer.
Well, and he's a local guy right here from Newark, Delaware.
RCP has its own developmental program. If you want to be a part, you want to be an elite pro, check us out online at rightcoastpro.com. You can find yourself in Joey Silver's shoes before you know it.
A little spitting of the water in the face there.
Now Joey Silver on the attack. He's got a lot of fight in him, a lot of hunger. I like it.
I feel like it's the first match. You hit him right in the Harry Baldwins.
Leapfrog into a hip toss. Arm drag. Joey Silver showing off his arsenal. An unrelentless attack. Jason Lee with the reversal into the triangle hold. Now Joey Silver trying to get out. He is ready to be noticed. Joey Silver in his first matchup as a professional wrestler.
And of course he has himself a great tag team partner in Sean Royal.
Taking the legs right out from under Lee with a splash and only a 2 count. And look at how red the back of Jason Lee has already gotten. Sean Royal off the top, double axe handle to the outstretched arm of Jason Lee. Sometimes I wonder why Jason Lee and Pedro Duro have even come to the United States. They're so antagonistic. They seem to hate it here. How even be a part of Right Coast Pro?
Well, you can't say that. We don't know what Pedro Duro has said yet.
That's true. I like to think that Jason Lee speaks for him. And now being choked with a tag rope, Pedro Duro just choking the life out of Sean Royal. Pedro Duro and Jason Lee are controlling this one.
And you have to say, for his first match, Joey Silver was very impressive when he was in there.
I can't wait to see the kid get in the ring again. Not a very forgiving
tag
part
here to Joey Silver.
The squared circle clothesline takes Pedro Duro down. Another one. Here comes Jason Lee and just strung out to dry. Joey Silver exploding. And now Pedro Duro cuts him off at the pad. Lee and Duro catch Silver. Drop kick, pinfall, 2. Only a 2 count. That was a close one.
In his RCP debut, Joey Silver proved that silver really does shine as he and heavyweight Sean Royal pulled out a huge win over the Mexican hardcore champion Pedro Duro and Canada's finest athlete Jason Lee. Also making their Right Coast Pro debut, Anthony Vigilante and Damian Gibbs teamed with the Tribal Warrior Fala to take on Sebastian Knight's Wrestling Mercenaries. The Mercenaries, as always, were brutal and unforgiving. But it was the vigilante force of young warriors that proved themselves both worthy in battle and of veteran JR Ryder's admiration. Zach the Ripper Connor and Nicholas Solo, however, took exception to JR Ryder's accolades and advanced to the battlefield once more, this time with the microphone.
You're extinguishing, you're burning out. You see this? This is a red-hot flame, J.R. Ryder. This is a red-hot flame. We burn brighter. We burn hotter. We burn more violently.
And the legendary J-Team, after 10 long years, reunited and advanced to the front lines to set up a war on November 9th. And what night would not be complete without a little monkeying around? Join us on November 9th as Right Coast Pro returns to action in Newark, Delaware with a night of strange happenings.
This is what Right Coast Pro is all about. Look at that smile. Look how happy we make people.